Program, we will deal with the contentious issues of Kejriwal's pre-Republic Day agitation. Do people in Delhi support it? Let's take the first most important question. Kejriwal says, I'm an anarchist. Do people agree? 54% say no, they don't think Kejriwal is an anarchist, but 38%, and that's a very high percentage for these polls as well, 38% say yes, they think Kejriwal is an anarchist. Let's come to the next question. Should Kejriwal sack his law minister Somnath Bharti? He's being called the new Batman. He's loose on Delhi streets. What do people think? 50%. That is half the people who've been polled say Kejriwal should sack Somnath Bharti. Only 40% are saying yes. Let's come to the next question. Did the dhrana before Republic Day tarnish Kejriwal's image? Take a look again at the answer. 63% are saying yes, the dhrana tarnished Kejriwal's image. Now that is a very, very high percentage of people who think Kejriwal did not do the right thing. Let's come to the last question in this part. Was Kejriwal's Rail Bhavan protest justified? 60% are saying no. That again a very, very high percentage. 60% say no, 37% say yes. Now I go back to my panel, and this fits in more with what Sandeep Bamzai was saying earlier, that his antics, especially Sandeep, around the time of the agitation was stuff that everyone, even in this poll, does not accept. They think that agitation was not justified. They think he should sack Somnath Bharti. Those are questions that the Aam Aadmi Party needs to respond to.
I may be cynical, but my belief is that professional agitators can give you administration. Professional agitators can give you administration if they sit down and start thinking about administering. Now the problem here is the professional agitators have gone to the next level. They've become urban guerrillas. The urban guerrilla wants the media's eye at all times, and he believes, or they believe, that this is the best way to do it. So when are you going to give us governance, and when are you going to sit and give us administration? Now in these 30 days all we've seen is tamasha, gimmickry. There is no sign of governance. There are parts of Delhi already where the roads are in a jam. There is no development, as you said, which is taking place. No new project is being sanctioned. Now for all that, somewhere, sometime you need to sit in the secretariat.
But the focus hasn't been on governance. So Praveen Singh must answer these questions one by one. The first question, should Kejriwal sack Bharti? 50% saying yes, he must be sacked. People don't support the Railway Bhavan agitation either. Now those are tough, searing questions that Aam Aadmi Party must answer.
Well, I think you're continuing in the same trend as what the media has been doing.
Now, one second. You can't agree with the parts of the opinion poll that support you and disagree with the parts that don't answer specifically the results of this opinion poll.
So 40% people are also saying Bharti shouldn't be sacked, and I think our stand is not based on a survey.
No, you don't look at the 40%, you look at the 50%.
Can I answer the question, please? All I'm saying is we've repeatedly said this in the media. We did believe his intent was right. It wasn't misplaced. There is a chance that advertently or inadvertently in the methodology he has probably overstepped, which is why we've said there is a judicial inquiry that has already been ordered. We will abide by we will take a decision based on the judicial inquiry.
No, one second. There is a big differential, Arvind. When the Aam Aadmi Party is levelling charges against somebody, they take that charge to be the gospel and demand that that person be arrested, let alone investigated, and let alone having to step aside. Over here, they're saying let the judicial inquiry get over. This is exactly what A. Raja, Kalmadi, everybody else said in the past.
Yeah, so it's been a double standard everywhere.
Witch hunts and lynch mobs work for some and they don't work for others. It doesn't work that way.
No, the witch hunt must never happen against the Aam Aadmi Party, only against the others.
So they are setting different standards for themselves, which is what double standards mean, and they're living by that. And I think I want to make two comments here, which is number one is that whatever they've done so far have been again the basic sense and sensibilities of our society. Vigilantism, racism. I think they've promoted things that are against the basic fabric of our society.
Okay, Kiran Walia, on the question of whether Somnath Bharti should be sacked, on the question of whether Kejriwal did the right thing by going on that agitation, there's a lot of disapproval of Kejriwal's tactics and antics. Clearly, people believe that is not what the Chief Minister should be doing.
I think there are no two issues about Somnath Bharti being sacked. Somnath Bharti, in the first place, Mr. Kejriwal, who fought the entire election on high moral grounds, is definitely showing double standards as far as his behavior towards his colleagues is concerned, as his adversaries are concerned towards them. But now when it comes to Somnath Bharti, he has brought I think the global resentment and issues are being raised in Davos, issues are being raised in United Nations. The African nations are raising these issues. You raise a riot and you take law in your own hands. It's just that it would have really lifted Kejriwal in the eyes of everybody.
But he hasn't.
He'd taken that moral
Rahul, I would
stand
like to-
and
in
asked
that
his
sense,
colleague to leave. And secondly, he doesn't know the law. He is absolutely unable to function. You tell a judge that your judgment is wrong, is erroneous, this is defamation of court, contempt of court. I think everything that he's doing is ridiculous. You're 3 times in news during the day for having done something which is not more than a misdemeanor.
Okay.
But at the same time, when it comes to your second question, that whether Kejriwal is anarchic, I think that is your second question.